On Galaxy Television, where we reach for the stars. You're welcome to this program, and if you're just tuned in and you're wondering what this program is about, it is an entertainment program that is specially packaged for you. We're here to spice up your mornings as usual, and over here we do movie reviews, we do fashion and style. We have A-list guests come into the studio to talk about their craft and their journey through whatever sphere of life they are in. And as always, my name is Antonia Wokolo, and I do not get to run this show alone. I am here with Kenneth Obinna, also known as Orali. Good morning, how are you doing?
Very good. I'll start the show properly and tell you guys that every day above 6 feet is a good day. Just a couple of seconds ago, I was saying in the studio this morning that on my way to the office, everyone in the bus did witness, it was a public transport system, witness, like everybody saw it before it happened. Do you get? A woman cleaning the road somewhere along Idimu Road, I think, heading towards Egbeda. She was cleaning the road, like she wasn't on the way, but she was cleaning, and then she just fell down for no reason.
That's so
like
sad.
And we saw her jerking on the floor and everything.
Are you for real?
I felt terrible. I still feel terrible up until this moment, because there was nothing we could do about it. Like, I don't know. And that shows you that a lot of people are going through stuff.
People are going through a lot.
This day, people are. So whatever it is you can do to show kindness and niceness to someone around you, please make sure you do. And then also, I read something. I was watching something on Instagram. Someone went to the Lagos State Magistrate Court or so, and divorced his marriage. No, annulled rather his marriage. He got divorced. You know why? Because of his nagging wife. That was the ground of dissolution. He said his wife nags a lot, that sometimes he had to pack out of the house, take clothes and leave the house, because his wife, sometimes he almost made him mad. He was sick every time, and the minute he stopped staying around her, he got himself. Now, this is not us beefing women, no. I just feel like some of you should tone it down a bit. Be one another's peace of mind. That's what we should take. Maybe I won't just jump inside a relationship. I want to jump into a marriage.
You jump, use your teeth, now grab.
Be one another's peace of mind. When make a relationship or marriage where you're looking forward always to come back home. Like, I'm on my baby house. So you know that kind of relationship.
Yeah,
not the one that as they enter house,
hey,
you don't go drink.
No, it's not. That's not even the situation. You know, when there's this, what you just explained, maybe as you're leaving the house, you see that it's 5 p.m. If you close at 5 p.m., your heart is already beating fast. Like, I'm going home. I don't know what will not be the problem. And it goes vice versa, both women and men. They'll be like, my husband understand, my wife will, you want to stall at somewhere.
Coming back home. God have mercy. See, sometimes, you know, this show was meant for the youngest Gen Zs, Abby, but we always say if a whole lot of you have that as your heart, so please be one another's peace of mind, so that you guys can live longer for yourself. My name is Kenneth Obinna, but for some of you know me as Orali. They call me the Vibes Machine, they call me the Sugar Daddy of Lagos, they call me the Big Size Teddy Bear, they call me the Radio Cubana. That's when I'm on radio. So every one of you should understand that love comes first, and then show walk-ins. Make people smile every day. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, and remember that you can watch us via all our social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. For YouTube, it's Galaxy TV News. And if you have the Star Times decoder, head on to channel 110. And you can also watch us on channel 27 UHF if you do not have the decoder and you have antennas at home. We'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, it will be time for you to meet our guest in the studio. Don't go anywhere. Well, you know the kind of prayers you say amen to. Like, listen first. Let it not be shaking for you now. You're saying amen. It will not happen. You not say, you don't know. So listen, hear the prayer point first. You say, you say, if they're speaking language you don't understand, you say interpret, or you use Google Translator. Yes, welcome back to the show. We've not gone too far, and we're about meeting our guest. Now, you know how we do it. I would read out the guest's profile, and then the camera now pans to the guest. Now today we have an amazing personality in the studio. We have Adeola Monsurah. She's a multifaceted creative entrepreneur with a strong background in pharmacy and fashion. She holds a professional diploma in pharmacy from Lagos State College of Health Technology, Yaba. With over 10 years of experience in the fashion industry, Adeola is a skilled fashion designer and the founder of a fast-growing fashion brand which goes by the name Madiva Stitches. Her expertise spans fashion facilitation, production management, and Ankara crafts. She has facilitated training sessions and workshops on fashion design and Ankara crafts, empowering numerous individuals online and offline. Adeola's impressive portfolio includes working as a fashion and design facilitator at a fashion academy and as a production manager at a reputable fashion home. Recently, she participated in a fashion contest, and her exceptional designs, detailed projects, and commitment to work obtained her the achievement as the winner of the first ever fashion reality show, Sketch to Finish fashion show. This big win is a testament to her talent, dedication, and passion for the fashion industry. Ladies and gentlemen, reaching you live from the Center of Excellence is the beautiful Adeola. Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, I'm fine.
It's so beautiful to have you right here in the studio.
I'm so glad to meet you too.
Yes, so Aurelie and I will be asking you questions about your journey. So just see it that we have this one, you are putting your hands and you want to say something now. Today is Monday, Aurelie. We'll be asking you questions about your journey. So just take it that you are having a conversation with your friends, like we're your best friends. What's that?
I have questions.
Okay, you ask questions. So just take it that we're having a conversation, but we'll be asking you questions. So now let's talk about you starting off in pharmacy and now you're doing fashion and even contesting.
Because she was selling drugs before. Let's know what we are saying on the show.
Oh my goodness, medicine.
Drug.
The way you are pronouncing this drug is another kind of drug. That's why I said medicine. But let's talk about it. Because I was at the grand finale of the Sketch to Finish fashion show. Okay. So now, was it just that you liked fashion, or was it an accident? How did you enter fashion? Because someone that is doing like, let me borrow Orali's words. What am I tempted to call you Olari?
You're not concerned me. Ask question.
That you are doing drugs. No, sorry.
I need to get into
bad influence. You are not doing drugs, but you get what I mean. So how did you get into fashion?
Actually, from the start, I have passion for pharmacy. I've wanted to study medical courses, but online, going forward, life always threw something at you. So then life threw fashion at me, and
okay, life threw it.
Yes, life threw it at me. Okay. So I caught it, and I tried to make the best out of it. So somehow I noticed that people like me for fashion. I've made dresses for a couple of people, and I have also trained, gone for fashion designs, fashion training. Okay. Then also as a production manager at a fashion factory. So basically, it is what life threw at me, and I find out that I enjoy doing it, and I went and go with the flow.
So as life threw it, that is that how you throw fashion designs to people?
Life threw. You say what?
How life threw something at you? Is that how you throw things too when you are sewing clothes for people?
No.
How do you do it?
Okay, like when I was seeking admission into school, there was Nigeria, when JAMB is jamming and all of those things. So one of my sisters just said, why not just start learning fashion and design? Then from there you can maybe subsequently develop. So I just went there just from my neutral mind. I went to learn this freehand tailoring.
Okay.
So from there, and there is one thing about me, I like to give my best if I want to, whatever, even if I was told to go and learn how to make food, I want to do the best. I want to know the extras. So from there I began fashion training, so which I did for 2 years. So after 2-3 years, I proceeded to, I need money, then I went to work as a primary school teacher. Then from there, so when I resumed and when I got an admission into Lagos State College of Health Technology, I luckily became part of the school tailors because we get medical scrubs.
Oh.
So I think one of those times.
So you found a way to.
Naturally, I went to the office, at the admin office, to get my file opened. So from there, I saw that they were having issues trying to measure a student. Then I offered to assist, so help. So I measured the student, and the woman was like, "Are you a fashion designer?" Yes. All these my tailors, they're always disappointing us. I don't want my students get their medical scrub late, and can you? That was how it started. Then from there, a friend recommended me that she's very good. You can talk to her, you can reach out to her for your. And since then, I've been part of the school designers.
Wow, that's impressive.
This brings me to the question: disappointment. Fashion designer, tailors, are disappointment. Because that woman has experienced a fashion designer and tailors.
Oh my goodness.
Are disappointment. La collabo. They love each other.
Oh my God. Their relationship is forever.
Nobody can ever. Now.
Oh my God.
Now, if you understand what we are saying, you know where I'm coming to. Disappointments. How many people have you disappointed so far? Actually, you cannot tell me you're not disappointed. How many people have you disappointed so far, and why did you disappoint them?
Actually,
once you start something, actually, long thing don't the
oh, you know well.
Let's know.
But let her land.
No. She must tell us why.
That's what she's saying.
She looks like someone that would have did before she got to this stage, winning award and winning competition. You know many people that waited for Christmas clothes or Ramadan clothes that she so have. Someone like Adeola, you say you want to sew.
Is that I don't sew the hand.
It's Nika they sew Nika here for. You know they are waiting. You will not test it. You believe they've sold the good thing on the day of the appointment you're supposed to keep or when you're supposed to go to the party. You just had the trouser you wanted to wear. It's 3/4 year.
It's a matter of no language drag and go contact. But how have you ever disappointed someone, like not meeting with deadline? Okay, so let's not put disappointment.
Disappointment. I said you are looking for trouble. Disappointment. Okay. That's what.
So Adeola, tell us.
Actually, I'm not really disappointed.
Okay, so
meaning I am not really. Meaning you.
No, let's not put words in her mouth. Let her speak.
No.
And the reason for that is that because I understand the concept of disappointment. You will always get it back, because if you disappoint, you will get your reward. There is no how.
Reward
you
will always get it. How? You know something.
Because as you may want to, maybe that customer might not come back in.
True.
And she may not even recommend you for any. She
obviously not.
Yeah. So I understand that when you disappoint, you would get your. Something is going to, you will have a hiccup somewhere. So I try not to disappoint. Otherwise, I will just give, okay, if I'm not going to meet up with the deadline, I will tell you that, okay, this deadline I will not be able to meet up. Would you be fine with so dates? This is if you are not convenient, then I'm not going to take the job because I don't want to disappoint. I'll try to tell my customer that I don't want to disappoint you. But if this is the time you're using this dress, it is not comfortable for me. And so that's how I.
What about the ones that would want to, will I call it guilt trip you, to say, do now, Adeola, maybe they are your core customers. Adeola, see, this party was just impromptu. Just run out for me now. It's just straight gown, no corset, no this thing, just straight. Just put zip for me. How do you? And they are trying to use emotional, will I call it emotional blackmail on you, because some people do that. When you stand your ground and say no, this thing we can shift the deadline, they'll be like, Adeola, now just run out for me, sharp. They'll not be praising you. So how do you do with that one?
Okay, what I can do is that I may just suggest styles that will not take too much of time. I mean, good styles that will not take too much of time. Okay, why not, instead of doing this, it may take me a whole lot of time to make it, so why not just go with this design? Or maybe that's basically what I would. I also try to convince her to make a timeless design, and once she accepts, then we are on the same page. So that's
let's talk about we've talked about what's the first one that we talked about?
Disappointing people.
God bless you, disappointment. Now let's talk about misconception and deceit.
What's the misconception?
Someone that don't have hips. Kò ní hips, kò lára, kò lómi. You now come and say, the two of you now do it together. Help me sew cloth that has hips and put corset there. Tight it. Now you see people at wedding, they cannot breathe. Sister, how are you? I'm okay. You don't, you have off everything. What do you say about people who don't have things, but you now go and add things there? Now people are doing gown that there is hips. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. We have that part of the Bible says, "Don't this does not to temptation." It's a very real something.
Okay, so they are leading into temptation.
Yes, they have it when they put the cloth. When cloth is not there, single file at the back of your neighbor's shoulder.
It's a single file for me.
It's annoying. It's very annoying, and we need to talk about this on the show. As a great fashion designer, she has won this thing. So yeah, she knows.
And we are coming to that. So
she knows her onion very well. She knows what she's doing. Yes, she has power. How do you interpret all these things that you women are doing? Is it good? First of all, answer the question. Ikoda, Adeola, Adeola. Is it good one?
You're right.
Because I'm thinking rubbish. Number two, what is the motivation behind hips inside clothes that is not there? How do you people come about it? Because this thing will turn somebody to a bad person. Please, you need to expatiate, because there are some clothes I see now. When they stand the clothes will have hips. The other day, my co-anchor here wore corset. Now God save her.
I did not wear corset.
Now God save her, say she feel great.
Really, I did not wear corset.
You wore corset I have the picture. If I had known that,
to be honest, there was no corset in that dress. It was just a zip.
A zip?
Yeah.
What you wore, there's corset there.
There was no corset. There was no corset. I could bring out the picture now.
You could bring it out later.
Yeah, because I specifically told the woman that day I want to chop. I want to eat amala, I want to eat rice, I want to eat small chops, I want to drink, I want to,
that means you didn't wear in that bulletproof corset.
I did not wear bulletproof corset.
Okay, you are not part.
Leave Adeola. Let Adeola answer this question.
Actually, people want to. My own personal reason to it is that people want to be confident in their dressing. They want to be confident, and they don't want it. They don't want a situation whereby they are going out. They don't want a situation. They want to be confident in their dressing, and they don't want a situation whereby they are going out and they are not confident. They are looking at. I hope my bum bum is showing very well. Hope it's not. So they want to actually, they want to give themselves that joy. There's something they say about
at our expense.
We
want to give you joy at our expense.
I think what matters to them is their own joy. So they are trying to,
Okay, joy is coming.
What matters is your happiness, your joy. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say about it. So they are just trying to, try to form confidence for themselves, and they want to pardon anything, pardon. So that's what.
So let's talk about the sketch to finish fashion show, because not only did you participate in that show, you went on to becoming the winner. So how was it like? How did you get to know about the show? How was it like for you being will I call it housemates with other fashion designers, seeing other designs?
Okay, people stayed under one house.
Yes.
And then coming up with those designs, and then the grand finale, your models on the runway with your designs, and you now winning the why is this stuff?
Did you choke anybody pain during the course of the?
How is you choke anybody pain now? Makes you look like a violent person.
No, mistakenly.
So that is Ankara that she
choke. I didn't choke. I sealed my own hand instead.
Ooh.
See?
So how did you get to
making me feel like I don't know what I'm saying.
No.
You're hurting my feelings.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
So how did you get to know of the show?
I actually, when I was going through my Instagram page, so I saw the the adverts.
Ooh.
Then I felt I can do this, so I applied for it. Then we started by submitting our sketch. We were told to submit 3 sketches, so we started by submitting our sketch. So after submitting the sketches, then from there so it was not really easy, because there was there was sleepless nights, and there was even time where I was running out of cash. I had to start seeking sponsors from my family, my friends. I need sponsors, and the people that believed in me, they supported with money, and there was even an online activity like the votes. So we voted. There was online activity. I told my people, please kindly do this information. So they are sharing. They voted for me, and it was really very amazing and mind blowing journey. It was really overwhelming because I had to sew my hand, and I had sleepless nights.
Did you cry when you joined?
I cried.
You cried.
It's painful.
You cried and cried until you cried.
I cried though.
Sewing your hand is painful. It's really painful. So now that you've won this, it's a fashion show. That's like the first ever I've ever heard of, like regarding fashion. How is it for you, like now with your brand? What do you hope to achieve now that you've gotten this title? Is it just going to be a title that will be, oh, I was once the winner of the first ever reality fashion show, or what is it like for you going forward?
Presently, I'm already working on a pet project
to
celebrate the win, and the pet project is basically charity based, where I get to train the decision making age. That's those ages where you are still trying to decide what do you want to be. That's like the secondary school living age to maybe around 22, 23. So those are my target audience. Those are the people I'm targeting. So it's from there I feel that from there they can get to know if they can do well in fashion as well. So if they decide to now then divert to something else, then I would know I've actually played my own role. So those decision making ages actually people that I'm targeting, so that if at that early stage they can begin to think that, okay, I am doing well in this fashion, this is what I want to do, I have passion for this thing, I really want to do it. Like I said, me, I actually do not really have passion for it from the beginning, but once life threw it at me, I saw that I was doing well in it, and then I started going. I enjoyed the process, I started going with the flow. So that was the inspiration behind. Who knows, somebody else can also be somewhere who does not even know. She also has a good something is going to really pay for her in fashion.
You keep saying her. You keep saying her.
She or him. Because the reason I'm using her is because I do basically female.
I'm not understanding what you're saying today.
So are you looking to making clothes for male in the future anytime?
Of course, I collaborate with male designers. If I have male jobs, I collaborate with.
So if I want to do wedding now, like I'm looking at next week Wednesday, if I want to do wedding now and I want a showcase, wicked one.
Of course.
That if I do like this, Batman, cover everybody eye. So you are sure that you can be able to.
Yes, I have designers.
You collaborate.
I will just sketch what I want for the designer, and this is what I want, and then from there.
So what's that one quality you look out for? Because you just mentioned something very salient, collaboration with other designers. What's that one quality you look out for in your designers that you want to collaborate with? Because you not just collaborate with any random person, or the person says, I am a fashion designer. What's the one quality you look out for when you want to do that?
Could you call the finishing, the quality of the dress, whatever dress you're making, the finishing, I mean the quality, that's going through when I say quality, I mean going through the process of the production, the finishing, the quality. I mean it's not that after making your dress, there is no thread showing somewhere. So I basically look at quality. Then how you were able to position yourself. Are you a recognized designer? Do you have recommendations from people? Do you have a social media platform where people see you, or see your designs and they've commented well? And do you have any? So I look at those backgrounds.
What if you have a beginner who is full of talent and very wicked, and this person, I've seen it though.
Yeah.
That's the last person you ever think can do
something very nice.
And they don't
and the
have
person
Instagram.
does not have the platform. No, they may have Instagram, but maybe a lot of people have this, I call it imposter syndrome, where they're like, oh, let me not post. You get that kind of thing. Somebody like that.
Somebody like that. There must have been a dress or maybe a design that you have made that I want to see, because something has to convince me. I cannot just say that, okay,
sure,
from my church mind, I just want to give you this design. What if you disappoint me? I will not even be pleased with myself, because and in this case I'm not the owner of the dress. I'm referring you to somebody that trusts me, so I cannot allow you make me lose that trust because of because you don't have a platform. It is not my fault that you don't have a platform. So you have to show me that yes, you are worthy of this. You really want me to give you this design.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we still have Adeola in the studio. We will going on a quick break, and when we return, the conversation continues. To the show, if you just joined us, you've missed quite a lot, but then the conversation still continues. And Aurelie has there's one question that is asked. I can see it through my, magnifying lens that there's something you want to say to Adeola. Let's have it.
Well, just
this one you started with, well.
No, nothing.
Okay.
How do you identify success, especially in the fashion industry? How do you identify success when you look at someone and you say, for example, there's a woman called Vicky James. I'm sure you know. Now, building on her success stories, she's been able to do whatever she wants to do. Now she's become one of the biggest content creators we have in Nigeria. She's making good money off it as well. So yes, how can you define success in any sphere or walk of life?
That's a very huge question. Well, I see success as you having your own value. To me, I see it as, okay, you having a value and then you wanting to add the value, like impact lives. So I basically define success as you, not just you having your own, not just you knowing what to do, or having something doing, or having a value. Also, how do you want to add, and how do you want to give back to the society? How do you want to add value? What do people, can somebody tell a success story from you? When somebody actually has to say that, I made this thing, but if not for God and this person, that is what I see as success. That is when I know that, okay, this person, you are successful. Somebody has got a life through you. So that's what I see as success.
That's really beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful, because a lot of times people would, when you ask them this question, like, what do you see success as, they would say, oh, if I have XYZ dollars in my account, if I have XYZ number of buildings, if I have this, if I have a PJ and all of that. But it's so beautiful to see that this is what you identify as success. So tell us, how do you balance the business aspect of your fashion and then the creative aspect?
The business aspect of fashion, I think there are two different things.
So how do you balance it?
The business aspect has to do with you knowing how to relate well with people. Okay, first you want to convince your customer that you can do this, and second, you want to make her stay. You understand? And so it has to do with your personality, the kind of person you are. So then how can you relate well with people? How can you maintain that good relationship that's not just that convincing somebody to patronize you? You also want to keep that person, and you also want that person to refer people to you. So, and the creative aspect is, okay, I want to convince this person. The relationship is that I have to be really creative, make my design stand out, so that this person have a reason to choose me. So it's just as if, okay, I want to really do something that is different from others, then so that this person can get convinced, and then try to want to patronize me, give me a trial. So after that, she wants to come back, and then going forward, she still wants to refer friends to me, or family friends. So that's how I've been managing the creativity.
That's really nice to see. Okay, so if you were to describe your fashion here, before I ask you this question, who's that one person, maybe a historic figure, that you'd like to make an outfit for? Say, oh, if you had the opportunity to make a dress for this historic person, this is who I'd love to make a dress for. Who's that person? And why?
You mean from the celebrities? Or
yeah, maybe celebrities, or maybe someone around you. Maybe you want to make a dress for Michelle Obama, for Oprah Winfrey, for maybe Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Do you understand? Like anybody at all, or maybe someone around you that we may not know. You say, oh, there's this woman down my street, she encourages me a lot. It's just something like that.
Actually, there is this woman that is into fashion and hats. They popularly call her Mamanike.
Okay.
She's a very, she has her own fabric. So I would love to maybe not just I want to make her like my personal person, my mentor.
Okay.
And at the same time work with her in my. I follow her very well, and some of our models also modeled for me at the grand finale.
Ooh, yes, that's impressive.
Then she actually told me that she was part of the models that escorted Mama Naked. So I was like, you really have a good background though. That's what I'm looking up to. So then so those are the kind of people that I really want to, mingle with. She has a very good platform in fashion and art. So that's it.
Yeah, speaking about fashion and arts, I noticed your very beautiful dress has collaborations with your bag and probably your shoes or your sandals.
Yeah,
Ankara. Yes, the Ankara touch to it is really nice. So do you make that as well?
Yes, I try to, in fashion there is so many departments in fashion.
So you're trying to diversify.
So, yes, I've diversified. At some point I was like, everybody is into fashion. If I walk down the streets, before I get to the end of the street, I'm already seeing like 10 tailors. So I was like, I think
I'm different from Obi.
So I wanted to just do something that is, I wanted to add something to it. So I went for Ankara craft training to learn bag making. Then, they actually taught us some few things. Then I watched online videos to learn other things. So I also do Ankara crafts.
Wow.
I do Ankara crafts.
And are these things very expensive? Is this something that people can afford?
Of course, yes. It's something they can afford.
Because
it depends on if you want to make, it's just like if you want to buy a bag, it depends on your budget. There is even bread, it still depends on your budget.
True, that's right.
So that's it.
So yes, you talked about giving back to the society and building your own platform and all that. Before I go to the next question, I want to ask, in the course of you doing fashion and art and craft and whatever, has there been any embarrassing moments that you faced? Of course, you've got to have one.
Many.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Tell us about any of them and how did you come out of it?
Okay, I love already.
Yes, because that's the truth is it will help build you up. I've had many. I don't know about Tonya. She never get. Women, they will never talk about their embarrassing moments. But for men, easy would always talk. Women don't want us to know that this stuff happens. Like you can be dating a babe and you will not know that she uses the toilet ever for like
what do you mean?
It will never happen.
You will not know that she uses it.
There are women that will never allow you know
that they use toilet.
Yes. They want what of the ones that you will date and they will always use makeup. Before you wake up in the morning, they always want to look beautiful. You've never heard of that. Anyway, let's not go there. But yes, how would you explain your funniest or craziest embarrassing moments?
Actually, the one I am remembering right as you're saying it, I'm just picturing the moment. So was that there was a time I wanted to make a dress for somebody who is going for an interview like this, like a TV show. So I was even the one that suggested the dress for her. Like, this dress is okay. I was one who made it for her. So one of the collections she had made for me, I chose it for her. This dress is okay for that TV show you are going for. So she was not like, okay, can I return it for some retouch or not everything? I said no problem. I said she should bring it so that maybe I can do one or two things to make it big or so. So as I was trying to, do all those things, my iron just
ooh, my God.
And that was one of those dresses that she and it was already like a day too.
Oh.
I have to call her that. See, the dress I said I've even really made mouth that it's good. Iron don't burn. She was like, what will you do to it now? Don't worry, I'm a designer. I will look for a way. So I have to just look for a way to readjust and make it more beautiful. Actually, it later came out nice, but I was able to.
You cut out that part and added.
I had to cut out that part. Not only that part, because that part there's something that was fashion. What is happening sometimes? What is happening in the left has to happen in the right, except for some special cases.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to cut out the parts where the iron burns, and also the other parts too. Even though the other part was not affected, but I have to cut it out so that it will be connecting. There will be balance. So I have to do it like that. and it later came out nice, and there was no call for alarm.
Every mistake
Now
is a
God-
new design.
now God save
No,
you.
to be honest, and it will now look like a different outfit. When she
Yeah.
goes on the show, will be like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe she likes that color. It will be a
It's
different.
like wearing a new pair of jeans and you're
So it
entering
gave
somewhere
us,
and things
it gave
just
us another.
turn out to crazy.
So I had to turn it to another design.
Wow.
From there.
That's really nice. So if there is a young girl out there, because you specifically mentioned in the course of this show that your target audience is people within the decision-making age, say secondary school leaving and then maybe early 20s, they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. If you have someone that is, if there is someone watching us, definitely there is someone watching us, what would you say to that girl that is, you know, considering fashion, likes to wear mommy's shoes and use mommy's, wear mommy's clothes and say, ah, this looks nice, or put things together? What would you say to her?
Okay, I would just say that whatever you, if you have a passion, if you have passion for something, there is one thing to have passion for a thing, and it's another thing to pursue the passion with confidence. You understand? And then it's another thing to be the best from it. So if you have a passion for this fashion and design, just make sure that you're not stopping, because fashion does not give you the room to relent, to stop. At every point in time, something new is coming up. 10 years ago, there was nothing like corsets. I'm sure.
True.
But later on, people started rushing into corsetting. That's if you don't know how to do corsets, you're lagging behind. So at every point, you have to know what is going on, be aware of your environment, what is going on in fashion, then try as much as possible to be the best from it. Even though you know that they can be challenging, there can be challenges. So just make sure that you're trying as much as possible to be the best from whatever you lay your hands upon. So that's what I have.
That's beautiful to hear. So give us your social media handles. Where can people connect with you?
On Instagram, Madiva Stitches. On Facebook, Madiva Stitches. On TikTok, I use Madiva Crafts, because I basically post my crafts there.
Okay.
Then on Facebook, Madiva Stitches, and I'm also on YouTube.
Madiva Stitches too.
Yes, Madiva
Madiva.
Stitches. Madiva, yes, Madiva, Madiva Stitches.
That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for staying with us on the program today. It was really nice having these conversations and just hearing from you how you go about your business and everything. It was really an honor having you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you too. Do you sew pajamas?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I want to know.
All right.
Well, we're going on a quick break, and when we return, it will be time for the gist that you love and you always want to hear. Let's see what the celebrities have been doing over the weekend. So don't go anywhere.